Beautiful mother. I like to share a story of what happened yesterday. I was at a store and was walking to do my shopping, and I saw this lady crying. A beautiful lady. I'm in a tourist place. I'm right now in a touristic place, a very in Playa del Carmen. And so this lady was crying, and I approached her and I said, "Oh, are you okay?" And I said it in English because most of the people there are tourists that go to this store. And she said, "No hablo español, no hablo inglés." And I said, "Okay, so I also speak Spanish." So and I said to her, "Oh, so what's happening?" And she openly said to me, "Well, I am thinking of my son. My son is having problems, and so I'm just thinking of my son. And my husband is paying something at the tilt." And I said to her, "Okay, are you open to talk to me?" And she said, "Of course, of course." I said, "Listen, um, I do coaching for mothers, and so I want to ask you a couple of questions." And I said to her, "So tell me, what's happening?" And she went on telling me her own story of what happens. And a sentence that she used was quite powerful. She said, "My son seemed to me to be very upset with me, very angry at me." And boy, that was a green light, actually. I was going to say red light, no, green light. Because I said to her, "Why do you think he's upset at you?" And she said, I don't know. We sent him to Canada with my other two, with my son and daughter, to learn English. He finished his degree. He's an engineer. We paid him his university. He's living in our home at a lake. And I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. He's really angry at me, not at his father, but at me. Whoa, that was something that really hit my core. And I said to her, "Are you open for me to tell you?" And I explained to her. I said, I'm a mother. I'm a coach for mothers." So she said, "Yes, yes, yes, please." I said, "Listen." I mean, of course, ask her name, and just for privacy, I'm not going to say it here, but I asked her name, and she said, when I said to her, I said, "So he is very angry at you and not the father?" She said, "Yes, he's angry at me. He yells at me. He's actually becoming very paranoid. He's saying that I'm talking about him, and his sister is a psychologist. She's talked to him. He doesn't want any help from her, and it's really frustrating. And I feel sad because he's suffering. He's actually going into depression." My question to her was, "Are you willing to change your perspective?" And she said, "Yes, please tell me." I said, "Listen, what if he's not mad at you, but he is triggering something in you? He's triggering a wound in you." And she said, what do you mean?" I said, "I'm just going to give you this sentence. The person that needs to be healed is you. And the reason why you're getting so upset and he's triggering you is because there's something in you that needs to be healed." And then her husband came in. And of course she says, "Oh, my husband is coming." And for some reason I felt that she didn't want him to know that we were talking about this. And so respecting her privacy and something that happened I just had met her in a store. She was from a city in Mexico. All I said to her was, "Listen, think about the last sentence that I told you, and if you need some help, I'll give you my name and phone number." So I give it to her, and let's continue with this conversation. It was very fruitful, and God bless you. Bye for now. And that was it. And we parted, for me praying with her. I'll be praying for her husband, and her son, and her family. But this is exactly what is happening with mothers now. Mothers are feeling that their sons have something against them when it actually takes healing of themselves first before anything changes. I'm stopping here. I will be talking about this later on, but leave you with that. Have a blessed day.